A Christian apologist puts out a public challenge that he can help convince a non-believer to start believing in God. I've accepted. Will it work? You'll have to stay tuned to find out. This is The Pleasure of Doubt. Welcome to The Pleasure of Doubt. My name is Brett. This is my channel, which focuses on the promotion of public discourse between people of different beliefs. Now, I'm a non-believer. I lost my belief in God from a young age. I was around 11 or 12. Can't say at that time it was all that well supported. I went to Sunday school. My background is Reformed Judaism. I learned about these stories from the Old Testament, and I gradually found myself just losing my belief. It happened gradually. No one pressured me into it. I didn't have any atheistic influences. I don't even think I knew the word atheist at that time. Now, I can't say it was all that well thought out, but over the years, since that time, I've had the opportunity to look into these issues to a much greater extent. I can't say my views back then were well justified. Today, I'd like to think they are. That said, I consider myself a skeptic. And by that, I mean that I want my beliefs to be warranted. I want them to be warranted based on sufficient, reliable evidence. If there isn't sufficient, reliable evidence for a belief that I hold, then I should either change my belief or go out and look for that evidence. This is an exercise in active open-mindedness. To be a skeptic, to truly be open-minded, you have to be willing to risk your current stance. You have to be willing to put your beliefs on the table, challenge them, question them, beat them down to the ground, and hope they stand up. You have to be able to do this over and over again. And this is what I want this channel to be about. Not just talking the talk, but walking the walk. Which brings us to Craig Reed. Craig Reed is a Christian apologist who I met a number of months ago when I was doing a podcast series on the Awakening from the Meaning Crisis, a series by John Vervecke. Now, I got to know Craig, who, even though he's a Christian apologist, he's very open to talking with atheists and trying to understand where they're coming from. He doesn't look down on them. He obviously would want us to change our minds, but he treats us with respect and is always willing to talk. He's got this gruff New York accent, a great sense of humor, and a YouTube channel with a lot of great content, and you should all subscribe down below. So I reached out to Craig and accepted this challenge. And so what we're doing is a long-term series where Craig is going to give me sort of homework to do, maybe reading assignments or a method or maybe a ritual to apply. And the idea is that I'm going to examine it in good faith. I'm going to critically examine it. I'm not looking to be biased in favor of God. I'm not looking to change my belief. I only want my belief to change if it's warranted. But I am going to take it very seriously. I'm not going to be derisive. I'm going to take the information that he gives me and look at it as objectively and respectfully as possible, trying to apply the principle of charity and to really engage with the ideas on a serious basis. Now, do I think my views are going to change? Would I predict my belief in God or my lack of belief in God will change through this process? I mean, honestly, I don't think it will. That's my prediction. My prediction is at the end of this process, I'm still not going to believe in God. However, what I will have, at the very worst, is a much better sense of why Craig believes and why the people he exposes me to believe. And I hope it will give me a greater appreciation of that. And, who knows? It might change my views. I'm open to it, meaning I want to put myself in the best chance to change my mind if it is warranted. My bias is against it, but I have to take that into account. I don't want my bias against belief in a God to prevent me from accepting this information if it's warranted. So I'll be taking steps to try to address that. I will be taking steps to try to address my cognitive dissonance, to address my us versus them biases, to my instinct to scoff at times, or to roll my eyes. That I have to accept that I have some biases against that, and I will take steps to counter them. That being said, I don't want to bias myself in favor of believing. I am not looking to hypnotize myself into believing or to brainwash myself into believing. I want to believe in God if it's justified. All right, so that is the project. It's going to hopefully be a long-term project over the next number of months. I hope you will join me. I would love it if you would comment down below and ask questions and really take part along with us. I really hope that this is going to be a model for how believers and non-believers can interact with each other respectfully and seriously and together. Maybe find out the areas where we agree, find out the areas where we disagree. And I suspect we'll find we have much more in common than we have differences. I'll be uploading my first video in the series on my first set of homework shortly, and followed by which I will be having a series of discussions on Craig's channel that we will broadcast on both my channel and Craig's channel, talking about the project, discussing the homework, discussing my reaction to it, his reaction to my reaction, and go back and forth. I really hope you'll join us. Please, this is a new channel, like and subscribe and share. That would really be helpful to me if you have any interest at all in what I'm doing. Thanks a lot. Take care, guys.